You're not supposed to witness the universe ending from the inside. You're definitely not supposed to volunteer for it. But that's the thing about you humans. Whenever the cosmos draws a line, you don't step back. You take a deep breath and step over it. Tonight's story begins with the moment you broke the one rule every species in the Convocation had sworn to obey: never enter the maw of Cygnus. And yet, you did. Before the tale unfolds, make sure you're settled in, lights dim, mind calm, ready to drift into a world where humanity proves, once again, why the galaxy fears and admires you. And if you're new here, well, hit subscribe, because tonight's journey goes all the way past the edge of reality. Now breathe. The fall begins. The edge of the unmaking, you stand aboard the Astrosolus, the only human vessel ever cleared to approach the maw, the largest black hole charted, its gravity field stretching like a silent scream across 16 light years. Around you, the voices of 200 alien delegates buzz through the Convocation relay, their signals tight with panic. Human vessel. Croaks Marotek, a feathered elder whose species can live 5 millennia. You are drifting past the safe radius. Turn back. Another voice, metallic, synthesized, cuts in. If you proceed, we cannot guarantee your recovery. The maw consumes space itself. You hear them. You simply don't care. Humanity hadn't traveled all this way just to watch another universe-scale mystery from the sidelines. Not after the catastrophe on Urian 5. Not after the discovery. Not after the signal. A week earlier, deep beneath the quasar storms, humanity detected something no one could explain. Rhythmic pulses echoing from inside the event horizon. Impossible, and yet unmistakably artificial. The galaxy panicked. Humans prepared a ship. Now, the hull of the Astrosolus vibrates under tidal forces strong enough to crush moons, but your voice remains steady. We're going in. On the other side of the relay, silence snaps like a frightened heartbeat. The Convocation's fear. You don't need a camera feed to imagine their expressions. You can feel their horror rippling through subspace. To them, black holes are tombs, prisons of physics, places where causality, time, and matter go to die. Their religions warn of spirits devoured. Their scientists warn of information erased. Their myths warn of eternal silence. But humans? You see opportunity in terror. You hear the Convocation president finally speak, the old Orionid whose 4 radiant eyes have witnessed empires crumble. Human, we are watching through your telemetry. If you cross the horizon, you will not return. You almost smile. Then watch closely. A dozen languages erupt in alarm, but the Astrosolus doesn't slow. The ship's reinforced space-time lattice glows white-hot, the air inside trembling with kinetic resonance as the boundary approaches. Your pilot, veteran commander Lyra Voss, glances at you. No human has ever crossed an event horizon. No anyone, you reply. Fair enough. Her hands tighten around the control interface. Sweat beads along her brow, catching the flickering light of warped starlines. You feel the ship begin to fall. The moment time breaks, they say the edge of a black hole stretches time like a whisper pulled into a scream. They never said how quiet it feels. The roaring gravitational winds vanish. Vibration stops. Sound becomes thick. Slow, syrup-like. Even breaths feel delayed. The horizon passes like a knife's edge made of pure night. Outside the windows? Not darkness. Instead, a cathedral of fractured light, spirals of photons, frozen mid-orbit, forming impossible shapes, as if the universe's last memories were painted across a shattered mirror. The crew gasps. No species in the galaxy has ever witnessed this. But you're not watching the universe die. You're watching it remember. Then you hear it. The signal. Deep, slow, ancient. Echoing through the hull, vibrating through bone. 3 pulses. Pause. 3 pulses. Pause. A pattern. A message. Something alive? Lyra turns sharply. That's inside, beyond the singularity map. You nod. We follow it. What the Convocation sees across the galaxy. Millions of eyes watch the live feed. Some are horrified. Some are enthralled. Some whisper that humanity will awaken something that should have remained asleep. But none dare look away. Your ship drifts deeper into the gravitational throat, where geometry twists like a wounded serpent. Grid lines on the navigational display contort, points of reference collapsing with every second. We've left space-time as we know it, reports engineer Dr. Relith. What does that mean? Lyra asks. He breathes out slowly. It means the coordinates ahead lead to nowhere, and also everywhere. Convenient. The crew chuckles nervously. Even here, humanity cracks jokes. Even here, you refuse to fear the dark. The signal pulses again, louder now, closer. The hull vibrates like a tuning fork struck by a cosmic hand. A symbol flashes in the static readings. You freeze. It's impossible, but unmistakable. A human symbol. Your symbol. A circle bisected by a line, a mark of the old Terran Deep Archive shut down centuries ago. How? Relith sputters. There's no way. This predates our arrival in the region by hundreds of years. Lyra's voice trembles. We're not the first, this staircase of gravity. Ahead, a path forms, not a real structure, but a gravitational gradient shaped into steps, each one glowing with compressed spacetime. Everything about it defies physics. It rises upward, spiraling toward a sphere suspended in the void, a sphere pulsing with the same rhythm as the signal. Lyra whispers, Is that a structure inside a black hole? Relith mutters, It can't exist. Therefore it does. You step forward. Not physically, mentally, emotionally, humanly. This is intelligence, you say. Someone built this. Or someone left it behind. Lyra narrows her eyes. Then why the human symbol? You don't answer. Mostly because you don't know. But part of you, the part that remembers the Deep Archive's final mission, the disappearance nobody ever solved, already suspects the truth. Humanity has lost many explorers to the void. Perhaps not all were lost. Perhaps some found a path inside. The guardian of the horizon, as the staircase spirals closer to the sphere, the temperature drops. Frost creeps across the inside of the glass. Lights dim. The ship groans as if pressed beneath the weight of a dying star. Then something moves. A ripple. A shimmer. A form made of warped space itself. Tall, humanoid, faceless, shifting like a person made of bent light. It stands on the staircase, waiting, watching you. The Convocation erupts in terror. The Guardian raises its hand, not hostile, more like recognition. Then a voice, a human voice, speaks through the static. You came. Every soul aboard the Astrosalis freezes. Lyra whispers, Who? Who is that? But you already know. No one else in the galaxy knows that voice, not anymore. Not after the mission to the Lost Relay Station. Not after the day the ship Vanguard's hope vanished beyond all charts. You say the name out loud. Commander Ilara Quinn, your mentor, presumed dead for 13 years. The Guardian tilts its head. You're late. The truth inside the singularity, the sphere ahead splits open like an eye awakening from a million-year slumber, spilling white radiance across the ship. The Guardian gestures. Come, there is much to explain and very little time for your universe. Relith stammers. Our universe? What do you mean, our... Before he finishes, the sphere projects an image. A map. A cosmic wound. A spreading tear in space-time, branching like cracks across glass. The Convocation sees it too. Their screams echo across the comms. Lyra grips the console. That's impossible. That's a collapse pattern. Elara's voice replies. Not collapse. Consumption. You swallow hard. By what? The Guardian steps aside, revealing a deeper darkness, deeper than them all. A void that feels alive. Elara answers. By something that escaped. Humanity's choice, your crew looks to you. Your heart pounds like a war drum. Elara Quinn, the lost human expedition. An impossible structure inside a black hole. And a threat spreading across reality itself. You came here seeking answers. You found a warning. Elara's voice softens. I knew you had come. Humans always do. That's why I waited. That's why we built this. We? You ask. The Guardian bows its head, a gesture unmistakably human. Made from the event horizon itself. Lyra whispers, horrified. Oh God. You turned yourselves into... Elara finishes the sentence for her. Into what the universe needed. Then she points toward the deeper void. And now humanity must decide again. Settle yourself, because where you're going next, there are no stars, no time, no promises that physics will follow you. Only the truth waiting inside the ruin of a universe. Take a long breath, let the void open, and walk with us. Part 2. The depth beyond darkness. You stand before the Guardian, the creature carved from bent space-time, the echo of a human soul stretched across a singularity. And behind it stands Elara Quinn, or whatever remains of her. Not flesh, not bone, not even light. A resonance shaped like a person. A voice held together by memory. Commander Lyra Voss edges closer to you, eyes wide, hands trembling slightly as she whispers, How is she? Alive? Elara turns, or rather the luminous imprint of her turns. Alive is not the correct word, she says. Preserved, rewritten, necessary. The Convocation watches helplessly through the relay feed. Millions of aliens sick breathless, their most hardened scientists attempting to explain the impossible and failing with a kind of collective despair. Across subspace someone mutters, Humans have awakened a singularity ghost. We told them not to enter. Someone else responds quietly. And yet, I cannot look away. The message from beyond, the sphere above you continues pulsing. 3 beats, pause, 3 beats, echoing the impossible signal that brought humanity here. Elara lifts her hand toward it. The sphere splits again, revealing not energy, not metal, but something stranger. A swirling curtain of distortions. A window made of warped causality. Inside it, images begin to bloom. A star field fractures. Nebulae twist and collapse inward. And then, a tear. A line of pitch-black nothing slicing through reality itself. Dr. Ralith stumbles backward. This is entropy collapse. A destructive wave. Elara nods. The black horizon. The words fall like a funeral bell. Lyra frowns deeply. But black holes already devour matter. What makes this different? Elara turns toward the window, expression unreadable. It consumes rules. You shiver. Elara, we need you to explain everything. Start from the beginning. She hesitates, as if weighing how much time she has left. Then she speaks. The lost expedition. 13 years ago, Ilara begins. Our ship, Vanguard's Hope, detected an anomaly near the mall. A pocket of negative mass drifting toward the event horizon. Negative mass. Theoretically possible. Catastrophically dangerous. We approached, she continues, just as you did. But we didn't mean to cross the horizon. We were dragged inside. Relith whispers, the singularity captured you, but didn't destroy you? Ilara shakes her head. No, something else found us before the singularity did. The Guardian steps forward, its form rippling in acknowledgement. You feel a strange chill, like a memory brushing against your mind. They saved you? You ask. Ilara replies softly. They rebuilt us. She gestures to the Guardian. This was Lieutenant Oren Hale once. Now he is a horizon form. A being made from gravitational memory. Lyra stares. So you're all dead? No, not dead. But not what you understand is alive. Her voice trembles for the first time. A hint of human pain slipping through the cosmic echo. We became part of a structure older than your universe. A failsafe. One designed to warn whoever reached us next. You swallow. A warning about what? Ilara extends her hand toward the tier visualized in the sphere. That, the black horizon. The image zooms closer. The tier expands, devouring stars. Not swallowing, erasing. Matter fades like smudged chalk. Time crumples like burned paper. Ilara, you breathe. What is that? Her answer comes quietly, like an apology. A symmetry failure. Lyra frowns. Explain. Quantum laws depend on balanced opposite spin, charge, entropy. But when a black hole grows past a certain threshold, its information density becomes unstable. If something inside, it nudges that imbalance. You mean consciousness? You ask. Consciousness, she repeats slowly, or something pretending to be. Relith gasps. You're saying the black hole woke up? No, Ilara replies. Something inside it was released. The prison inside the mall, the images shift. Now you see shapes, faint silhouettes drifting in the tier, each one stretching impossibly tall, like shadows cast by stars that no longer exist. There were civilizations before ours, Ilara says. Before this universe, before the last one. You blink. We're not the first? No. And the last universe built this failsafe, this inner structure, to warn those who came after. They left their memories encoded in gravitational space. The Guardian raises its arm. Its body bends like a hologram trying to hold form. We were meant to deliver their final message. The sphere pulses again. Faster now. Lyra leans close. What does the message say? Ilara's eyes, or the shimmering illusion of them, gaze deeply into you. The black horizon was a being, a cosmic intelligence, a predator that devoured universes. It was imprisoned inside the singularity when the previous reality collapsed. Your universe inherited the prison without knowing. Ralith's blood runs cold. And now, the prison walls are breaking. The request nitrogen monoxide human should accept the Guardian gestures toward the sphere, which widens into a tunnel, a path deeper inside the singularity. Ilara, you ask slowly, why bring us here? What are we supposed to do? Her voice grows heavy. To repair the fracture. To rebuild the seal. We? Lyra asks, horrified. You want us to trap that thing? Ilara nods. You must. If the horizon escapes, it will feed on this universe as it fed on the last. Relith steps back. But we're engineers and scientists, not gods. Elara kneels, her glowing form flickering. Your humanity. That is enough. She lifts her hand toward you specifically. The failsafe requires a mind that can collapse probability fields and reshape entropy. Only humans have the neural flexibility to withstand that process. Your heart stops. You mean you need a human mind to... Yes, she whispers. To merge with the SEAL engine? Lyra's voice breaks. You want to turn one of us into what you are? Into a guardian? Elara closes her eyes. It's the only way. The Convocation's outrage across the galaxy. The Convocation erupts in fury. You cannot ask this. Humans must withdraw. This is a violation of ethical law. No species may sacrifice another sentient being. You tune them out. For the first time in hours, the noise of the galaxy feels distant. Only Alara's voice remains. You came because you sensed the signal. Your kind always hears what others ignore. And now, she says gently, you must decide. What IT means to be human. Lyra steps toward you. Don't say yes. Not yet. You don't know what they'll turn you into. Relith shakes his head fiercely. We need more data, more time. But time is precisely what you do not have. The tear in the hologram widens another degree. You feel it in your chest, like the gravity of the maw is suddenly inside your ribcage. Something is coming through. Something vast, hungry, learning. Alara presses her palm against yours, though you feel no warmth, no touch. Only a memory of touch. I stayed here waiting, she says softly, because I believed humanity would choose courage again. She steps back. But the choice is yours. Lyra grabs your arm. Don't do it. We'll find another way. You look at her, your commander, your friend, your anchor. Then you look at the Guardian. Orin Hall, once human, now a being of bent horizons. Then at the sphere, the tunnel leading toward the SEAL engine. Then at the tear, growing, breathing. Something whispers through the void, not sound, not thought, hunger. The decision you take a breath, slow, steady, human. I'll do it. Lyra's face fractures. No, you can't. Relith shouts, we can't lose you. But Elara only bows her head. I knew, she whispers, that you would choose. The Guardian extends its hand toward you, its form swirling like a storm of broken mirrors. Lyra steps in front of you. I'm not letting you become one of them. You place a hand on her shoulder. Humanity needs this. No, she says, voice cracking. I need you. The universe seems to stop. Even the maw grows silent. But you gently step past her, toward the Guardian, toward the tunnel, toward fate. Elara's final words echo behind you. When you enter the SEAL engine, your mind will stretch across space-time. You will not think like a human anymore. You pause. Then what will I be? Elara's voice fades into a whisper. Everything we could not. A bridge. A shield. A boundary between existence and the thing that devours it. Your heart pounds. And then you step into the tunnel of distorted space-time. The light swallows you whole. Tonight we go deeper. Past light. Past memory. Past the line where existence forgets itself. If you've followed this far, then settle in. Because this is the part of the story where you stop being just a listener and become a witness. Part 3. The SEAL engine. You feel yourself falling, though your body no longer moves. You feel yourself breathing, though your lungs no longer exist. You feel your heart pounding, though it has already faded into the dark behind you. The tunnel of warped space-time twists around you like a spiral carved from silence. You reach out, or maybe you think of reaching, and gravity parts before your hand like frightened water. A voice follows you into the abyss. Ilara's voice, soft, familiar, a thread of memory woven through the void. "Do not resist the change," she murmurs. "If you cling to your body, you will shatter." You try to answer, but your mouth is gone. Your voice has become a ripple in the machinery of space-time itself. Another whisper joins hers, deeper, trembling with an impossible resonance. The guardian, Orin Halle, speaks from everywhere and nowhere at once. "Brace yourself. The seal engine senses you." The heart of a dead universe, the tunnel widens. Light fractures into ribbons. Then, a chamber forms around you. It is not built, it is remembered. A sphere the size of a planet floats in the center, its surface flowing like liquid mathematics. Chains of gravity coil around it, weaving symbols older than stars. This is the seal engine, the mechanism left behind by the previous universe, designed to hold the black horizon captive. A machine made from the corpse of reality. You drift toward it, pulled gently, like a leaf drawn to the tide. Your first thought whispers through the void, "It's beautiful." Your second thought follows, "And it's dying." Cracks spider across the sphere, dark fissures reaching outward like the fingers of a waking nightmare. The voice of Ilara returns, quieter now. "Hurry." The horizon strains against the seal. When those cracks reach critical depth, this universe ends. You finally understand. You're not here to learn, not here to observe. You're here to change, to become the barrier itself. The transformation, the seal engine begins to spin. Not physically, conceptually. Its rotation pulls your mind apart like threads of light. Your memories scatter. Your first step on Mars, the taste of cold air on Khyber Pass, someone's laughter in a kitchen at 3 a.m., starlight reflected in Lyra's eyes the night before departure. Pieces of you peel away, not lost, rearranged. The engine whispers in a language made of force. You understand instantly. Because your mind is no longer confined to neurons or chemicals. You think in gravity, in curvature, in probability. The seal engine begins asking questions, not with words, with patterns. Are you willing? Are you steady? Will you remain yourself when you are no longer only yourself? The answers rise from deep within you, not from logic, not from fear, but from that stubborn human spark the universe never learned how to extinguish. Yes, yes, the engine opens. The mindscape, a horizon of white, expands around you. Not space, not time. A conceptual field where your thoughts solidify into shapes. You see your childhood home, your school, your first ship, your crew, Lyra, Ilara, the Guardian. Each memory floats in the whiteness, like islands suspended over infinity. Then a new shape appears, black, jagged, alive, a wound in the mindscape, expanding. The black horizon. Its voice reaches you. Not words, a sensation, a question. Why do you resist? You feel its hunger. Not physical, existential. It devours patterns, laws, rules, certainties. It devours meaning. The seal engine pulses, anchoring you. Your mind stabilizes, but the horizon pushes harder. You are small. You are temporary. You are a flame in a storm. Let me end your suffering. You do not speak. You define an answer, a spark, a point of defiance. A human memory of stubbornness, the moment you refused to abandon training, the moment you volunteered for this mission, the moment you stepped past the event horizon without a single hesitation. The spark becomes a flare, the flare becomes a star. The horizon recoils. You burn too brightly. The decision point outside the seal engine in the ship Astrosolus, alarms blare. Lyra Voss watches helplessly as your vitals vanish, heart rate 0. Brain wave patterns unreadable. Body suspended like a puppet with its strings cut. Commander Voss pounds her fist against the glass interface. "Come back," she whispers. "Please." The Convocation's chatter turns frantic. Human neural activity is destabilizing. They are being overwritten. The seal engine will consume them. This must be stopped. "No," Lyra roars. Her voice silences a dozen galaxies. "If they believed in us enough to enter that thing, we will believe in them enough to let them finish." Her hands tremble, but she stands her ground. Across subspace, entire species fall quiet, watching, waiting, hoping the human survives what no mind was meant to endure. Your final moment as human inside the mindscape, the horizon expands again, trembling with fear and fury. You cannot hold me. The prison is breaking. You feel your identity thinning, stretched across dimensions, diluted by the power pouring through the seal engine. Your memories begin dissolving at the edges. Faces blur, voices fade. Your name slips from you. A soft whisper reaches through the white. "Ilara, you're almost through," she says. "Just one more step." What happens to me? You don't speak the question. You feel it. Ilara's light dims, a sorrow older than the maw itself. You will cease to be singular. Your mind will stretch across the seal. You will become the guardian of this reality. A pause. It will be painful at first, then quiet. Then you will forget you ever lived as human. A final pause. But you will save billions. And that is a life well spent. The horizon lunges, screaming. "Let me out." You ignite. A starburst of consciousness explodes from you. A blast of human willpower, slamming into the tier. The seal engine roars to life. Light floods the chamber. Your memories collapse like autumn leaves scattered by the wind. Your thoughts slow. Your identity stretches and stretches until it becomes something enormous, something eternal, something woven into the skeleton of spacetime. You feel the seal close. A final echo of your human self whispers, "Goodbye." The new guardian Lyra gasps as the engine's light surges through the singularity. The guardian, once Oren Haley, bows deeply. It is done. Ilara's shimmering form flickers. The seal is repaired. The black horizon is trapped. Lyra looks up, tears streaking down her face. And them? What happened to them? Ilara's face softens. They are here, everywhere the seal touches. A part of the structure now. The universe hears them. Lyra whispers, "Are they alive?" A long silence. Then a soft vibration hums through the Astrosolus. A gentle tremor. Warm, familiar, like a hand placed on a shoulder. Ilara smiles faintly. Yes, in the way this place allows. And in the way that matters. Above them, the seal engine glows steady. No more cracks. No more fractures. The universe saved. For now. Epilogue. A whisper across the void. Months later, the Convocation marks the event with a new name. The day humanity repaired the horizon. Statues are raised. Songs written. Treaties signed. But Lyra returns often to the maw, sitting at the observation deck of the rebuilt station. Sometimes she speaks aloud. Sometimes she just sits in silence. And sometimes, when the singularity pulses, when the seal engine hums through the void, when the horizon glows faintly, she hears a whisper. Not words, not quite, A familiar warmth, a familiar echo, a reminder. They're still there, somewhere in the deep, watching over reality itself. Human, then more than human, then something in between. The guardian of the horizon, and they are never truly gone. Not while the universe still breathes.